You're welcome to Let's Talk Showbiz here on the JoyNews channel, and today I am talking to the beautiful Dat Gyal. Of course, she has a new song out, and I'm sure we all have been following her story. And considering the fact that in all of this, she's managed to put something together that you out there have been watching on her pages, it feels good to have her here because if you haven't heard her story, she'll tell you a bit about it here. But most importantly, her latest song that is moving like wildfire. Hello, and you're welcome to Let's Talk Showbiz.
Hi.
Wow. You know, sometimes when I hear the voice, I'm like, see this smallish lady with this big voice. I hope you're doing well.
I'm very well, pleased.
Wow. And you have a song that it's like it's blowing a lot of people's mind.
Yeah.
Okay, the title of the song first.
That is I Miss You.
I Miss You.
Yeah.
How did this song come about?
It's very funny, but I was in the house and I wasn't actually recording, and I left music for a very long time.
I mean, we'll come to that, but I mean, yeah.
So I was there and they called me. One of the engineers called me. That was TY, and he was like, "What are you doing home? Come to the studio." And I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll come, but not now." So they called me again and they was like, "Oh, fufu is said. We did fufu."
Okay.
We already did fufu, so you have to come so we eat. So I was in a hurry because they know I really like fufu. I showered and I just went to the studio. And unfortunately, what I made was a beat rather, not fufu.
Wow.
So they were like, "Oh, this is the fufu, so you can jump on it." So we go.
So that was more like a freestyle.
Yes. So
when
you
didn't write the lyrics down?
No. I if I want to write a lyric down, that means the song is an inspirational song or song that needs attention very much. So I write a song looking at the concept of the song, yes.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Wow. And it's titled I Miss You.
Yes.
Wow. So now let's move straight to, I mean, everything, like as you said, I remember I used to see so much of you on social media.
Yes.
And all I kept on saying is, who is this young, beautiful lady with this great voice? And then just when we were just waiting for you to, you know, just throw it into our faces, you went off. And I asked myself, what happened? What happened? What changed? How did you just go off?
A lot of things changed. And thirdly, I had to go to school to polish my education. And secondly, the manager I was working with wasn't having time for me because he was working in Sunyane. So him getting the time for me was very, very difficult. And I felt I was losing. Yeah. So we had to talk to him and know what to do about it. So we talked to him and he was like, "Oh, okay, if we can get any team around us who can help us." So I think that Sokwitsafo talked to him and he was like, "Oh, okay, we can go on with it." That is how we started again.
Wow. Yes. So since you came back into the scene, I also noticed that you were literally on a lot of shows talking about your life and all that. You know, in this our part of the world, sometimes when you actually tell the truth, people kind of judge you or look at you a certain way. How did you feel telling your story? I watched you on OKFM. I saw your interview on Delay Show. I saw quite a number of them, and you were literally telling them everything about your life. After talking about these things, how have you felt? How have you handled it as a young woman?
Oh, it wasn't easy for me at all. And when I was about to tell my story, what I was thinking is that what will people say and how would they feel? I'm very young to be going through all that, and what would they say? How would they judge me? I was thinking about a lot of things before I was like, okay, let me say it because it's the past. So if they can use it against me, by all means they will forget it.
Yeah.
So I have to say it in order to be free because I feel it's eating me up sometimes. Yeah. So I had to free up. Yeah.
So now that you have told your story, have you met somebody who has actually said that, oh, because I heard you say this, I don't want to associate myself with you? Have you had an experience like that?
No. What I've seen is that Ghanaians really love me because I didn't expect this. I didn't know they would even be supporting me rather than bashing me because I haven't seen anyone who has gone through this and be coming and they will be like, "Oh, you have done well."
Yeah.
by getting out of this, because it's not easy. And I feel that God has really blessed me.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Just listening to you, it's because it's like I can just remember some of the things I heard you say. But I hope you're not being judged. As you said, you're not being judged, but rather people are embracing you and enjoying your music and all that. So now should I say that you're like signed on to Sappho's, I don't know whether to call it a label, or is he managing you at the moment?
He's my personal manager.
He's your personal manager.
Yes.
And how is it like? I mean, something that you have always wanted. You wanted somebody who would, hold you, support you, push you to do more. And now you have a whole industry guru, managing you.
Well, it feels like I'm extra blessed, because where I started, where I came from, and where I've gotten to, I dropped, but I came up very strong, looking at the team around me, and I think that he has done a very good job, because he hasn't given up on me, but I rather gave up on myself, so I thank him very much.
Are you ready for the industry?
I'm very, very ready for the industry.
You are ready, and well, we are also ready for you. So now that you've started this whole music thing, are you going to go back to school, or are you going to try and juggle the two, school and then music?
Well, now I'm into fashion designing, so I'm doing that for now. Yes.
Oh, hey, two things. So it's all entertainment, fashion designing and music. Would you be able to do it at the same time?
Of course, I have my sewing machine home, so anytime I want to do it, you
just put something together. Yeah. All right, so now that we are in music full time, any expectations of working with some of our great musicians? I'm sure there are many of them you look up to and you would love to work with them.
Okay, so I'm looking up to Ndishe, I'm looking up to Mugis, we have Joy B, and we have Bisakade too.
Okay,
so, yeah.
Looks like you started with the Rasta small. Well, maybe I understand. But with your kind of music, is it going to be more of dancehall, R&B, or high life? How are you going to?
Ghanaian knows me to be versatile. I do all kinds of songs. I can jump on high life, I can jump on dancehall and all. But they should be expecting more of Afro and Afro gospel and something. Yeah.
So way forward, EP, album, what exactly are you working towards?
That
for the young ones, and I believe that per your experience, I think it will go a long way to teach.
People have been really sending me messages through my Instagram handle that they have been touched by my story.